Mayor, we're live.
All right. Thank you so much. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Right now is 12:25 p.m. Friday, July 1st, 2022. Roll call, please.
Thank you. Mayor Ta,
I'm here.
Vice Mayor Monzo,
I'm here.
thank you. Council Member Doe,
I'm here.
Council Member Ho,
Here.
Council Member Nguyen.
I'm here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Next, we have public comments.
Yes, Mayor, this is the time where the attendees via Zoom or on any calls can raise their hand and speak. They will have 5 minutes to do so. Currently, we have several hands raised as attendees for the closed session. The first speaker is Terry Raines. Terry, you may begin speaking.
Good afternoon, Terry Raines, Westminster. First of all, Lucy, there's been some horrible feedback coming from your connection. It got a little better just now, but there's still feedback, so you might check on that. Second of all, on page 1 of the agenda, it says in red letters, telephone only for this meeting. But on page 2, it says to view the meeting via Zoom and provides the link. To make matters worse, the webinar number provided was coming back as invalid until just a few minutes ago. I was unable to reach anyone by phone at City Hall, so I texted the city attorney, who had to ask staff for clarification. This is what happens when agendas are copied over from prior meetings. This meeting is being held in violation of the Brown Act's agenda requirements, in my opinion, for special meetings. Just before noon yesterday, the city manager and city attorney told me that the staff report for item 4 was still being worked on. The agenda alert went out at 11:58 a.m., but the staff report for item 4 was completely empty, and residents were confused. I had no internet access, but when I returned online last night, I was greeted with dozens of residents wanting to know why the staff report for the item of greatest interest to the residents was blank until a couple of hours later. According to the megadata tag on the staff report, it was last modified in the agenda system at 1:28 p.m., a full 1.5 hours past the legal deadline. It is unclear exactly what time it was uploaded and available to the public. Posting an agenda with empty staff reports is not full compliance. The city attorney even texted me at 12:28 stating, quote, yes, trying to get the staff report finalized may need to delay the meeting a bit, end quote. Yet this meeting was still scheduled at noon, though look at this, we're starting at almost 12:30. This is a flagrant violation of law, ironically related to an agenda item about a flagrant violation of law. Worse, this meeting was cleverly scheduled in the middle of a workday on the Friday, kicking off the long 4th of July holiday weekend and only available to us on Zoom to limit public participation as much as possible. So much for laws, transparency, and public participation, right? The city will eventually face serious legal consequences for such violations. You can bank on that. As to the one item on the closed session agenda, I have to admit it is not what I expected. It is impossible to know if this item is related to item 4 on the open session agenda or not. Anticipated litigation indicates it is likely a sure thing. I have to wonder what anticipated litigation would have to go on this special meeting's closed session agenda instead of waiting until the next regular meeting. Is it imminent? Is council direction critical to receive right now today? Will the city be the defendant or the plaintiff in this case? So many questions, but of course, no information for the public until the litigation shows up in the form of an active court case. I look forward to speaking before the regular session, and I was going to say promptly at 12:30, but that's obviously not going to happen. So I would say promptly at 1 p.m. Remember, the public's time is just as important as yours. Thank you so much.
The next speaker is Monique Nguyen. You may begin speaking. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hi. Are you able to hear me? Can I start now?
Yeah,
Yes.
are you speaking on closed session
Can I
item
start
or,
now?
I'm sorry,
Okay,
ma'am,
okay.
are you speaking on, I just want to make it clear for everybody that this part of public comment
Uh,
is closed session only, not,
I didn't quite hear everything. Nghe gì hết? So I'm gonna start now.
The city manager,
Honorable,
is there any word that you can explain again? City manager?
yeah, and I don't have a translator on right now if I need one, but right now is the portion of oral communications for closed session item only, which is anticipated litigation. So if anyone's actually talking on open item sessions, you have
yes,
to wait till
um,
after.
and I don't need interpreter.
Okay, no,
I can speak myself. Hi, everybody, Mr. Mayor and council members. I attended the press conference of Councilman Charlie Nguyen last Friday in front of City Hall.
Ma'am, I think this oral communication is only for a closed item. And if you would like that,
Only for
you
closed item.
come back. Yes, you come back for the open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
clarify.
My name was called, so okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Let me
Thank you.
clarify. On the agenda, we're going to have closed session first. So if you have any comments about closed session, you can talk. And then when we're done with that, we're going to come back and have an open session, and there'll be a chance for you to speak then.
All right. Any member from the public would like to have any comment on the closed section item? So this is the time.
So the next speaker that's still currently has their hand raised is Dao Tran. You may begin. You will need to unmute yourself. Dao Tran, if you can click, there you go. Go ahead.
Hello,
Yes, go ahead.
good afternoon. Okay, I will call back. Is that okay?
Yes, is your item, are your comments for the open session? If it is, yes, you can call back when it's open session. Okay, thank you. Then the next speaker is Amy Walsh. You may begin speaking.
Hello. So I have, like Terry has, I have a question in regards to the litigation, and then possibly moving forward, the wording on closed session items. As a prior board member, like I 100% understand what you can and can't put as far as information goes, on certain closed session items, due to, many things. But if there's any way that maybe when it says litigation, if you guys can put like, HR, property, or, like just, something like a one word, anything, so that we kind of have an idea of, obviously not what it is specifically, but at least like an idea of, is it an HR issue? Is it something to do with a property? Is it something to do with, God knows what else? If that could happen, that would be great. And other than that, that's what I have to say in regards to the closed session.
Thank you. If there's anyone else wishing to speak at this time for closed session item only, please do so. Mayor, there's no one else raising their hand. That concludes our closed session.
All right. So now we have a closed section, please. City manager, you have to unmute yourself.
Yes.
Sorry. So we're going to, so if anyone that's logged on right now as a participant, you can actually log off. You can log off and then come back. I would estimate maybe about 30 minutes. Otherwise, I'll put you in holding, so which is going to take a little longer.
Thank you. And this is for the closed session conference with legal counsel related to the item listed on the agenda. 54956.9D4. One case.
So right now, I'm moving everyone over as a panelist. You'll need to accept being moved over to a panelist. Otherwise, I have no choice but to actually remove you from the meeting, which makes it more difficult for you to come back. So, but bear with me.